Good evening. It's 9 p.m. here in Seoul. Thank you for joining us on Arirang뉴스. We start with the nuclear envoys of South Korea, the U.S. and Japan gathering here in Seoul amid concerns over closer ties between North Korea and Russia. They blamed the North for unnecessarily raising tensions on the Korean Peninsula and urged the isolated government to engage in dialogue. Our foreign affairs correspondent, Bae Eun-ji, leads our coverage tonight.
The nuclear envoys of South Korea, the U.S. and Japan met in Seoul to discuss issues on North Korea amid heightened tensions in the region. Seoul's nuclear envoy Kim Gunn said Pyongyang's version of a closed-door policy will only hurt itself and called on the regime to return to talks.
We call on North Korea to immediately stop provocations, lift its self-imposed ban on talks, and come back to the path of denuclearization, peace, and prosperity.
His remarks come as North Korea fired an intermediate-range ballistic missile on Sunday, which could be capable of targeting U.S. military bases in Guam or Japan. The North later claimed that this was a successful test launch of its solid-fuel missile carrying a hypersonic warhead. During the trilateral talks on Thursday, the U.S. nuclear envoy also criticized the North for unnecessarily raising tensions.
The United States is also deeply concerned by the recent uptick in hostile rhetoric, particularly toward the Republic of Korea, from the DPRK regime. Such rhetoric is unnecessarily increasing tensions on the Korean Peninsula.
Thursday's meeting was just a day after the North Foreign Minister Choi Sun-hee visited Moscow, where she met Russian President Vladimir Putin and discussed enhancing bilateral relations in all areas, including what Russia called sensitive ones, which could mean military cooperation.
The transfer of these weapons and related material flagrantly violate the multiple UNSC resolutions and supports Russia's war of aggression. We also need to closely monitor what Russia might provide to North Korea in return for these arms exports.
The U.S. and its allies have accused Russia of using North Korean missiles in its war on Ukraine. And officials from Seoul and Washington have said North Korea is supplying munitions to Russia for use in its war against Ukraine in return for satellite technology. Bae Eun-ji, Arirang News.